That's how they do it. The sender is me.
Yeah.
Okay, tonight is January
It's always easy to do that.
21,
What? Oh,
2020. We're in Masechta Brachos, Dav
22.
Yud Ches.
22 today?
Yud Ches.
Yud Ches.
Yeah, but today's 20, the date, the January.
Today's Yud Ches.
Today is the
Did you say
21.
date? Oh, today's January 21?
Yes.
Yes.
It is?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
21.
it's okay.
That's what this is good for.
Works.
So we said an Avel who hasn't buried his mace yet, ein mevarchen alav. You can't make a bracha for him. For example, if he doesn't know how to make a motzi lechem in haaretz, no one has to make a bracha for him. Ein mizamin alav. He is not mitzaref to a zimun. Potter mikriya shma min atfila min atfilin. He doesn't have to read kriya shma. Doesn't have to say shmon esrei. Doesn't have to put on tefillin. Umikol mitzvah samos per Torah. However, b'Shabbos meisav oichel, there is no avelis on Shabbos. He eats normally. Even though we said he shouldn't eat meat and wine when he's an Avel, but on Shabbos he eats basar v'shoysa yayin. Umevarech, he makes all the brachos. Umezamein, and he is involved in the zimun. Umevarech alav umezamen alav. V'chayiv b'chol ha-mitzvahs samos per Torah. He's chayiv in all mitzvahs. Rav Shimon Gamliel Omer, mitoch is chayiv be'elu and is chayiv b'kula. Because he's chayiv in this, he's chayiv in everything else. Now, what did Rav Shimon Gamliel add? Can you have relations with your wife? So according to Shimon Gamliel, since he's on Shabbos, since he's permitted, there's other things he's permitted to have relations well. Tanakama says no, he would not be permitted. Katani mias, whatever you want to say, we brought this paraisa, potter mikriyashma uminat filo mikol mitzvahs amos b'Torah. So Amrav Papa Tirgama, what is the case? Amachzir panav. In the case where he turns when he turns away from the mace, so he's chayiv. When he's facing the mace, or when then we said he's put. Ravashi Amar Kivan Shemut Alav L'Koivroi. Since the mace is in front of him, he has to bury him. It's Kamut L'Fonav. That means this issue of where he's actually in front of the mace or not. If you have to bury the mace, even if you're not physically with the mace, you're potter from all these dinim. That's the concept that before the burial, you're potter from all mitzvahs.
Right? Not on the Shabbos.
No, we're talking about right before burial.
Yeah.
If you have the responsibility of burial, so then it's as if the mace is right in front of you.
It doesn't matter who it is.
No, we're talking about your mace, a relative
A
of yours.
relative. What about a regular?
A mace mitzvah with
mitzvah?
nobody else, so that would be treated the same way. But if it's not your mace, you don't have a p'tur from all mitzvahs if you're not related to the mace.
So a mace mitzvah you're not potter.
Mace mitzvah is a special kind of mace where there's nobody else to bury him except you.
Right.
So it would be the same din. That would be the same
And
din.
if okay.
But let's say your neighbor that you have nothing to do with. It means it has to be
there's nobody else to bury him.
So then it's a mace
So it's a
mitzvah.
mace mitzvah, okay. So
In that situation, you have the same din.
or in war or whatever, it's the same thing. Okay.
Where's the pasuk? Shnema vayakam Avraham me'al pnei meso v'nomar ve'egra mesim ilfanai. So kozman shemuter lav l'karva b'muter l'fanav dami. As long as the mace is on his head to have to bury him, it's as if it's in front of him. So k'muter l'fanav dami mace in aval meshamro lo. But what about a guard? Right, somebody who's a shomer. The Avel, yes. What about a guard? Batanya, Meshamer Zameis, Aval Pisha Eno Meso. So, like what Johnny was saying, let's say you've been appointed to be a shomer. Now, what do you mean? Why did Mesim need a shomer? Because the rats would eat them. Yeah.
Because we big rats.
We don't, yeah, so we don't live in that kind of society anymore. But they needed shomerim to protect them. So, even though it's not his relative, Potter mikriyash, we're not filming, Mishamro avol pishenu meso, and meso avol pishenu mishamro. If it's his mace, that means he's related to him, even though he's not the shomer.
But wait a minute, then the people who work for the Chevra Kaddish, they're normally every day. They're
Say it again?
Sholem. People working for the Chevra Kaddish are normally Sholem every day.
Okay.
So they don't have to say Shema and they don't...
If they're doing it every day and they're in that role, then they'd be part of it. So, meso mishamro in, aval mahalech bebeis hakvaros lo. It didn't seem to suggest though that just walking in a cemetery would give you a ptur. But v'hatanya, we do have a brayso that says lo yalech adam bebeis hakvaros utfilin barosh. A person should not walk in a cemetery wearing tefillin. The Sefer Torah Bezor carrying a Sefer Torah. The Korav. Yimosa came over mishum loig l'rosh cheref oseyu. If you do such a thing, you're making the Mason feel bad because they don't have an opportunity to wear tefillin, and they don't have an opportunity. You're mocking the Mason. So hasam toch arba amosu the aser. So over there, yes, enachanami. If you're within 4 amos of the basic forest, it's enachanami. You would not be required, but chutz l'arba amos chayiv. But if you're beyond arba amos, you'd be chayiv with these mitzvahs. Damar mar meis toifes dalad amos. A mace has around him dalad amos l'kriyashma. Means if you're within the mace's dalad amos, you're potter mikriyashma. And hocha chutz dalad amos nami potter. But I guess in the case of a mishamro, if you were beyond, also you would have to be potter. And let's analyze that a little bit more in detail. Gufa, mishamro sameis. Let's say you're a shoymer, afal pishein mace. So even though you're not related to him, potter mikriyashma minat filim kol mitzvah samos b'torah. However, hayu shnayim. Let's say there were 2 guards, so you're okay. Zeh mishamer v'zeh koreh. V'zeh mishamer v'zeh koreh. They switch off. One stays as the guard and the other one davens, and the same thing, they switch. Benazai oimer, hayu ba'im b'sfina. If they're coming by boat, meinichu b'zav izu mispalim shneim. B'zav is acheres. Rav Azai argued with the Tanakama. They said, if 2 people are with the mace on the boat, you can leave the mace in one corner, and they can go in the other 2 corner. You don't have to leave one as a shomer. They both can go in daven. Why is this? My binayu. Do you worry about rats on a boat? On a boat, you don't have to worry about rats. Rats sink. What do they? Rats jump off a sinking ship or something like that. Okay. Torah You're reburying a mace, and you have atzamis, and you're moving them from place to place. You shouldn't put it in a box and put it on a donkey. And sit on them. When they should know it's not covered to the mace. However, they list in mutter. But if your life depended on it, you're afraid because of goyim or because of robbers, in mutter, you're allowed to, even to that you can sit on it. The same din we just said about a mace, we say about a sefer Torah. Now, on what part? On what part of the brayso? Ayo ilema aresha pshita migor sefer Torah matzamos is. I mean, the first part, a sefer Torah is not going to be worse than atzamos. El aseifa, even on a seifa, the part where you could sit on it, if you were afraid, a sefer Torah would be the same thing. Amr Chav Rav Yudah kol haroyach a mace ve'einu melaveyu oiver mishum loig l'resh cher v'oseyu. If you see a mace and you don't participate in the funeral, you're over because of this mocking the mace. V'milveyu mas scharo. If you did accompany him, what's the schar? Amr Ravasi alav hakasav oimer melava Hashem choinen dal u'mechabdoi choinen evyon. Hashem will be melava the person as well, and will be mechabed him. Rav Chiya Rav Yonasan have a shakli va'azah beis hakvaros. Rav Chiya Rav Yonasan were in the beis hakvaros. Have kashadya tchelta Rav Yonasan. The tzitzis of Rav Yonasan his tzitzis was dragging over one of the graves.
Yeah,
Amalei Rab Chia, Dalia Kadei Shalo Yomer Lamochar Boina Etzleinu.
Lift them up. Oh, you lift them up. So you won't
Say tomorrow.
V'achshav Macharfin Osanu. Lift them.
Cause you're gonna join us tomorrow. And now they mock us, you know?
Somehow they knew that one of them was going to die and join them in the basic forest. So the Gemara says, "Umiyadi kulahai." Do the Mason know what's going on in the world? It means from that dialogue, it seemed that they understood what was going on. Vaksiv, but it says in Koheles, "Va'mesim einam yoidim me'uma." The Mason don't know what's going on. Omer im koris, if you learned lo shanis, you didn't chazer. Im shanis, if you chazer lo shilash, you didn't learn it a third time. Im shilash, if you learned it 3 times, lo pirshul, they didn't teach you in the first place. It says ki achaim yoidim shiamusu. It says the people that are alive know that they're going to die. Elu tzadikim. This refers to tzadikim shebem misosu nikru chaim. Even when they die, they're called alive, like Yaakov Avinu lo meis.
How can we know this?
Right? Shenemar, here they give another, they talk about V'nayo ben Yehoyada, who was a big Talmid Chacham, by David HaMelech. So he's called Ben Ish Chai, Rav Po'olim, Mekabtzel Hu, Hika Eshnei Ari al Moav, V'hu Yorad V'hika Asari B'toch Habor B'yom HaShelek. That's the pasuk. And the Gemara is going to darshan this pasuk until we go to town. What's Ben Ish Chai? What do you mean he's the son of a live person? What other people are the sons of dead people? These are people that even in their death are called live. Like we said, tzaddikim. And then Rav Pa'alim Mekabtzel, Sheriba V'kovitz Poyalim LaToira. He gathered workers for the Torah. That means he was like the Rosh Hashiva. V'hu Hika, he struck Eshnei Ariel Moav. What does that mean? Shlohiniach Kamoso. That means there was nobody like Benayo ben Yehoda Talmid Chacham, but Mikdash Rishon v'lo b'Mikdash Sheni, because the Ariel is referred to as the base of Mikdash. What does it mean? V'hu yorad v'hika sari b'toch habor b'yom hasheleg. He went down and he struck the lion in the pit on the day of snow. What does that mean? Ikedi Amri, the Tavr Gzizi de Barda, he chopped up a whole bunch of ice, the nachas v'toval, right? He had to go to the mikveh, and he didn't have any water, so he chopped up a bunch of ice to be toivel. So it means he was a moiser nefesh for, tahara. Ikedi Amri. Other people learn the Tana Sifra de Rav biyoyma disitivua. He darshaned in Torah's Kahanim. What's the Yoma?
He
When the
studied
days were
the
shorter,
entire Sifra of the
And he
on a
cleaned
winter
the entire
day.
Sifra.
That's the Torah's
in a
Kahanim.
winter day.
In one day, and he was able to learn it very
Short day
quickly.
to serve the tables, yes, it was,
When the pasuk said the Mason don't know what's going on, even in their lifetime, they're called dead people. Shenemar ve'ata chalal Rasha nasi Yisrael. That is, if you're a Rasha, that means you're considered like a halal, which is like a corpse. I'll tell you from here. Al pishnai medim, o shlosha edim yumasa mes. Chayu, el hames meikar. That means he's alive, but he's considered dead because he's a Rasha. Bnei Rav Chia, nafik lekiryasa. The sons of Rav Chia traveled to a village. Iyakar luhu talmudayu. They forgot their learning. Havukam mitzar lad kor. They were trying to be mitzar themselves to remember what they learned. Amar leichad lechavi. One said to another, Yoda avun b'hai tzara. Do you think our father knows of the tsar we're going through? Amar lei idich. The other one says Mino Yoda. How would he know? Vaksiv. Yechavdu bana v'lo yoda. was the father? Did the father pass away?
Yes.
The father had. So the father was not alive yet anymore. So he was one of the two of the Bnei Chia were wondering whether the father knew that they were undergoing this tsar. Armalei Yidach. The other one says V'lo Yoda. What, you don't think he knows? Vaksiv Ach Psar Olav Yichad V'nafsher Olav Toival, that they will feel even pain. Omer Rav Yitzchak Kosher Rima Lemeis. A worm is a problem for a mace, kamachat bebasar achai, like a needle sticking a live person. So the Gemara says there's no proof though. B'tzara didhu yodi, b'tzara dachin lo yodi. He might know his own pain. In the mace, let's say if a worm is attacking the mace, so that he knows. But to know about what's going on with his children, that he doesn't know. For the Gemara below, the Gemara is going to give us now a story that seems to imply that the Mason do know what's going on, even by the other people. Vatanya. Ma'isa b'chassid echad. There was a chassid shnasan l'dinner lo'ani be'erev Rosh Hashanah b'shanei Batzeres. He gave $1 to a poor person erev Rosh Hashanah when it was drought. V'iknitu ishto. His wife shepherded him. What are you giving away? No, nobody has any money. You're giving away the money that we have? So he got so henpecked. Halach v'lon b'beis hakvaros. He said, I'm leaving, and he went to sleep in the beis hakvaros, the husband. Shama shtei ruchos shemisapar zu lezu. He heard two ghosts talking to each other.
Ghosts?
Spirits.
Ghosts, yeah.
Two spirits.
Two deceased children.
Amra chad lechaverta. One said to the other, Chaverti, boy v'noshut ba'ol, let's go fly around in the world. V'nishma machrei pargud, and we'll hear from on the other side of the curtain, ma puronos balo olam, what kind of bad things are going to happen in the world. Amra chaverta, eini yechola, I can't go with you. Shani kvur b'machzela shel kinim. I'm buried in like a net of reeds.
Very
I get,
expensive. The poor
You were
people.
too poor to put the linen.
right. They couldn't give her a real proper burial. And lechiat. So she told, you go yourself. Umasha at shomat amrili. That which you hear, you'll tell me. Holchehi, so the other ruach went, v'shata, and flew around. Uboch came back, v'amr chaverta. The friend said, Chaverti ma shomat machrei apar. What did you hear from behind the curtain? Amr lo shamati shekol hazoreya berevia rishoina. Whoever, right, there are 4 seeding times in the planting season. And she had heard whoever plants in the first revia, borod malkoso, the crop is going to be destroyed by hail. This guy in the basic verse is overhearing this. So he overheard one of the ruchos say that she had heard from Achrea Pargud in Shemayim that whoever plants in the first season is going to lose all his crops. Hol chahuv is over v'yashniya. So he waited until the second period before planting. So kol olam kol laka shalom lo laka. He became a millionaire, right? The whole world's crop got destroyed. His was the only crop that was not destroyed. So l'shana acheres.
Inside trading.
Say again?
Inside trading.
You know the story of the two guys who are best friends. They played baseball all their lives. And one guy, they made a pact. If one of them goes ahead of the other, he'll come down to him in a dream that it was to let him know it was baseball was heaven. So sure enough, one guy died. And the next day, he had a dream that the guy up in heaven says, I got good news for you. There's baseball in heaven. The bad news is that you're pitching tomorrow. So, I'm sure they took the story
Okay.
from the
Yeah, from this.
Okay. So, L'shana acheres, halach v'lam v'es hakvaros. So, he figured, I had a good year last year, I'm going to go do the same thing, I'm going to go sleep at the Beis HaKvaros. Shama oson shtei ruchos shemisarpazuzu. He heard the same two spirits talking to each other. Amr chad l'chaverta, boy v'noshid bo'olam. Let's go fly around. V'nishma ochrei apargud ma paranos b'olam. And we'll find out what disaster is planned for the world. I can't because I'm not buried in the right place. I can't get out of here. Elachiat, you go. And what you hear, you come and tell me. Halcha v'shata, she went, she flew, uba, and she came back. V'amla chaverta, the friend said, Chaverti, ma shomat machrei hapargad. What did you hear from beyond the curtain? Amla shamati, shekol hazoreh b'reviyah shniya, shidofan malkos. Whoever plants this year in the second reviyah is going to be, there's going to be a flood. Holach, he went, the zar b'reviyah rishona. He planted in the first. Shekolom kolo nishdav, v'shelo lo nishdav. Everybody else's crops got washed away, and his did not. So Amrlo, Isha's wife, finally got wise and said to him, "Ibnei ma ishtaked." What happened last year? Shekolom kolo lokov, shechaloi lokov. Last year, everybody lost their crops. You did not. V'achshav shekolom kolo nishdav, v'shelo lo nishdav. What's going on here? Second year in a row, everybody's losing their crops. You're not. Sachla kol advar malolu. He told her the whole story with all the details, including the detail that one of those girls had been buried in not such a kovedik way.
Right.
So, Amru lo hayu yomim muatim. A few days went by. Ad shenafla ktata ben ishto shel osa chosid uvein ima shel osa riba. This man's wife and the mother of that poor girl who was buried in the reeds got into a fight. Amra law. So the wife said, "L'chiva erech bidcha shikfur b'tzal shel kinim." Look at what you say.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. Your daughter is buried in a terrible way.
Wow.
The Shana Cheres, Holach V'lon V'Vesakros. Now comes year 3. He goes back. He wants to get the tips, the inside information. Shama Osan Ruchosh Shemisapa Zumzu. Again, he heard the two spirits conversing. Let's fly around again and see what's going on. Let's be quiet. What you and I have spoken about is already,
The living have heard.
the living have heard it. Okay. So what do we see from this Gemara? That the dead know what's going on. They knew this whole story. Al Miyadi. The Gemara says, you see, they know. So the Gemara says, no proof. Dilma inish achrin shachav v'azav v'amarlu. No. Maybe, meanwhile, other people had died and had told them in the death, wherever they are as dead people, they communicated directly with, not that they know what's going on. They knew from somebody else who had joined them, who had lived in the society, who knew this whole story.
The Dead Club. You joined the Dead Club.
Toshma. The Zeiri avi mafkid zuzi gabi ush bezichti. Zeiri would leave money over with an innkeeper that he would stay at. Ada asiv azil. The Beirav. Until he would be on the way to the yeshiva, I guess he would leave money there. On his way back, he would pick up the money. Shchiva. He died. Or Shchiva, the innkeeper woman died.
Yeah, she died.
And now nobody knows where the money is. Ozil Basra L'Chatzar Mavis. So he went to the place where she was buried. Amr la Zuzi Hecha, where's the money? Amr la, so she told him, Zil Shkilnu Mituti Bitsnur Dedasha Bedoch Plan.
This is under the pivot of the door. What's the pivot of the door?
Like, I guess she gave him a simon by the door. The ima la ima
Mother, sending my comb.
to shtadili misarkoi v'gufsai de kufa. Send me my brush and my makeup. I guess because the mother was going to come too.
Yeah.
No, not the mother. She knew who was going to die the next day and bring it for her.
Right. Bahadi planya the asila mocha. She said that tomorrow somebody's going to come and tell her to bring my comb and my makeup. Al Nayadi. So again, they know what's going on. So Dilma Duma Kodim. Duma is like the Malach HaMaves, right? Who Kodim Umachrizlu. Maybe he makes an announcement every day who's coming tomorrow. And that's why she knew. Not that because she knew what's going on in the world, but because there was an announcement made. Toshma, Davud Shmuel, Havikamati Gabe Zuzid Yasmi. The father of Shmuel was known as a very trustworthy person. So Yisomim would leave over their money with him. They would be makpid money, then he would watch their money. Now, kinach nafshi, then the father of Shmuel passed away. And the father of Shmuel had not told Shmuel, his son, where the money is. Lav Shmuel Gavei, right? He wasn't there at the deathbed to reveal to Shmuel where the money is. Havikakarle bar ochel zud yasmi. So they gave a nickname to the family, you're eaters of Yisomim's money. Right? You're Yisomim eaters. So he felt embarrassed. So again, he went to the cemetery to talk to his father. Amrlu. So first you have to find his father. Be'ina Abba. I need my father. Amrulay, Abba Tuva Ika. There's a lot of fathers here. What do you mean Abba? Everybody's an Abba. Amrlu, Be'ina Abba bar Abba. Yeah, but he was known as Abba bar Abba. Amrulay, Abba bar Abba Nami Tuva Ika. There's a lot of Abba bar Abbas here as well. Amrlu Be'ina Abba bar Abba Avua de Shmuel. So he said, yeah, but I need Abba bar Abba, who's the father of Shmuel. Hey, where is he? Armule Solik Lemesivasa de Rikia. They've already called him up to the yeshiva Shalmala. There's a yeshiva in heaven, and he's already there. So I guess this was the way station, and he's already left. Adachi. Meanwhile, Chazya Levi de Yosef Afroi. Remember, who was the contemporary of Shmuel? Levi. Rav Shmuel Levi. They all lived in the same generation. Levi had passed away, and Shmuel, in this vision, wherever he's happening here, sees Levi, who's sort of waiting outside of the yeshiva. He hasn't been called in to come into the yeshiva. And it bothered Shmuel. What are you sitting out here? My time is selected. How come you're still in the way station? You haven't been called up to the yeshiva Shamala. Because I'm getting paid back for all those years that I didn't go and visit Rav Athas in his yeshiva, and he had gotten upset about it. I have to pay back all those years. That means for 7 years I didn't go visit Rav Athas in his yeshiva, and he felt bad about it. Because of that, I have to sit here for 7 years before I get invited up to the Mesiva Shomala. So his father eventually showed up. He saw that he was laughing and crying. Already, my time. So it's like I have good news and bad news, like that's what Elazar said. All right, my time at Kobach is, why are you crying? Amrlay, the le'egel ka'asis. What's this? Who's?
I don't know. What is it?
Because you
No.
will soon be coming
B'meheira tikover.
to join
You
me.
will soon be coming to be buried. So that's why I'm crying. My time achichis. Why are you laughing?
Because you're
The
hiding
chashivas
the
by
God.
almatuva, because you are very chashiv. You're going to be considered very high in this world. Amr lei ichashivna. Listen to what Shmuel said. If I'm considered, if I have a big place, if I have a big name in Yeshiva Mala, do me a favor. Nailula Levi. Let Levi come into the yeshiva now. Don't let him wait. Vailula Levi. And they listened to Shmuel and they brought him in. So Shmuel asked what he came for. Where's the money that you were hiding for the Yisomim? Amrle, Zil Shkil, go get it. Ba'amsa derechya, there was a grinding wheel. Eloi v'tatoi, didon u'metzir diosmi. Look at this. They kept money on the top, in the middle, and on the bottom. The money on the top and on the bottom is ours. The Yisomim is in the middle. Amrle, my time of the Sachi. Why did you do it this way? Amrle, I ganu vi ganvi meganvi medidon. If robbers would come and they'd see the top money and they'd steal it, they would only steal our money. It was a protective device for the Yisomim money. I achla ara, if the ground sort of destroys or whatever, it's going to be our money that gets destroyed. Achla medidon, so the Gemara says, based on this whole discussion, al mediyadi, the Mesim know what's going on. Why did the father know that Shmuel is going to come? Because Shmuel is a great personage, and when great personages come, they do make an announcement, such and such person is coming. Do you remember there was a famous play called Bonche Schweig?
Oh, yeah. The title,
Yeah,
the Yiddish play.
the Yiddish play. It was really sad. I remember seeing it growing up. It was like it was on PBS or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a poor person.
Bunch of Schweig.
Bonche Schweig. He's
It's a famous
quiet.
Yiddish play.
It's a famous Yiddish play, and it's about they make a big fuss about this little poor person who's coming to Shemayim or something like that. And again, maybe it's a Shalom Aleichem play or something like that. Bunch of Schweig. So after Rav Yonason Hodder Beidom Rav Shmuel Bar Nachmani, in fact, Rav Yonason went back on what he said about what the Mesim know. Rav Yonason Minayin Mesim Shemesaprim Zem Zeh. Mesim do talk to another. Shenemar Vayomer Hashem Elav Zos Haaretz Asher Nishbati Lavram Yitzchak Yaakov Leimor. So what do you mean I brought Leimor? My Leimor. Omer Kadosh Baruch Hu LaMoshe. Lech Emor Lahem Lavram Yitzchak Yaakov Shvua Shenishbati Lachem Kvar Kriyamti Livnechem. Go tell Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. I guess when Moshe called him up, at one of these points in Shemayim, that I upheld the shvua that I made to them, to the children. Okay, you should call.
I'll tell you an interesting story.